My Mission Monday family, what is the best advice you have ever given? We've done some missions around the notion of advice in the past. I think that we've had a mission where you ask somebody, what's the best advice you've ever received? I think we've had a mission where you just go up to somebody and say, hey, I could use some advice. But this time I want you to get people to toot their own horn. I want you to ask, what is the best advice you've ever given someone else? Because you might benefit from that advice. This is on my brain because of my son Ezra. He's got a run coming up this weekend. He loves to run. And the very first time we ever did one of these mile fun runs, it was called the Pumpkin Run in Lincoln, Nebraska. And there were thousands of kids, hundreds of them in every heat. And this was his first one ever. And he was watching these starts. And man, when those kids got going, they would just eat it. There was elbows, not out of malice, just out of kids are awkward and they're falling down. And I could tell he was nervous and he wanted me to run with him. And so we lined up to run and he said, buddy, here's the deal. We're not going to get hurt and we're not going to hurt anyone else. This is what we do. Slow at the start, strong at the finish. And when everybody else starts to walk, that's when we still run. And of all the things I have tried to instill in my son, I think that's the one he has internalized the most. The last time that we did a run, I was reading him stories the night before, and I said, hey, we got to run tomorrow. Now remember, and I started to say it, and he goes, no, I know, Dad. Slow at the start, strong at the finish. When everybody else walks, we run. I got this. I think this might be the best advice I've ever given anyone ever. So this week, make sure you take that opportunity. Ask at least one person, what's the best advice you've ever given, and get the story behind it. And I'd love to hear about some of these. All right, that's all I have for you, except I would love it if you go to missionmonday.com, and I love you guys.